Do you often feel disappointed by other people or find yourself feeling resentful when people don't show up the way that you had hoped? Do you sometimes feel let down or even betrayed? Well, what if I told you that a lot of the time, it's not really people hurting you as much or as often as it can be your expectations? See, our expectations can act as invisible walls between ourselves and others. But where do they come from? And why do we have expectations of other people to begin with? Well, they can come from our beliefs, culture, and education for sure, but they often come from our unmet needs as well. Needs that you may not even realize that you have. For example, do you find yourself expecting your partner to text you frequently, to be available for you most of the time of the day? In that case, you may have a high need for reassurance or connection, perhaps. And how else can you give that need to yourself? See, taking the time to get to know your needs and not depending on people's behaviors as being the only source of getting your needs met is something very powerful and very regulating for your relationships. Do you find yourself as well feeling disappointed perhaps when people don't show up to help you with daily chores? Maybe in that case, you need to feel supported. And what I often find is people try to get their expectations met from other people, most so in the places that they feel disempowered about meeting those same needs in the relationship to themselves. So if you're seeking support from someone else, how are you at showing support in the relationship to yourself consistently? If you're seeking connection from somebody else really strongly, how are you at truly showing up to be present with your own thoughts, emotions, and feelings in order to truly connect? And if you could realize that when you have an expectation that's not being fulfilled and it hurts, that it's actually a call for you to meet your needs by expressing them to someone instead of just expecting, this is a very powerful step in the right direction. See, it sounds obvious, but we often think that our loved ones know what's going on inside of our minds and should be able to know our needs because they've been with us for a long time or they should know us by now. And then we personalize when they fail to meet these expectations, further harboring feelings of resentment and despair towards them. But how can they know what we need if sometimes we don't even know what we need and we don't even communicate it, especially not on a regular basis? See, this is how expectations become invisible walls between ourselves and someone else. And instead of expecting something from someone, you can ask yourself, what do I need instead? How can I meet these needs in the relationship to myself? And ultimately, have I communicated my needs as well to others? And by getting into the habit of checking in with yourself regularly and speaking up when needed, those invisible walls and covert contracts that we have constructed in our mind begin to dissipate, turning our wants and needs from mere expectations into reality. If you want to do a much deeper dive into understanding your wants, understanding your needs really specifically, you can check out our online course for free for 7 days called Discover, Embrace, and Fulfill Your Personal Needs, which will take you through a massive set of steps to get really clear about what you need from relationships so you can communicate it, get those things met, and feel really truly connected and fulfilled and understood by your partner and loved ones as a result. So you can check that out by clicking in the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.